Good morning, YouTube. It's your boy, Humble Warrior. Back at you guys with another video. Want to first start off by saying thank you guys for the support I've been receiving on my live feeds. Actually coming together pretty well, and I couldn't thank you guys enough. But anywho, want to talk a little bit about Christian Wilkins and the recent rumors surrounding the Dolphins about his situation and Ladarius Sneed. So it seems like right now the Dolphins are looking to possibly franchise tag him, but it doesn't look like that's something that Wilkins is willing to do based on his productivity last season and the fact that they couldn't come to agreement on terms with a new contract. So right now they're at a stalemate. According to various sources, I should say, they have till March 11th to make a decision about how they're going to play this, because they have to be under the salary cap before the 13th. So if the Dolphins do decide to franchise tag him and possibly trade him, as Doug was saying last night, if he was a general manager of the Dolphins, he would ask for a second and third round pick, which is very, very fair. It is a fair swap and trade. To get a second and third is pretty good. I think based on the caliber player that Wilkins is, that's more than fair. Hell, like he even said, I would ask for a first, at least one first. I don't know if you can get more than that, but it's worth a shot. I mean, because teams would like to add him, and they already said this. The Browns and the Houston Texans definitely want him. They're highly interested in Wilkins, and if you can imagine adding him to that caliber defense, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with for years to come, adding him to their arsenal. But if I'm Miami, I'm not saying you got to pay the dude to keep him, but Wilkins has been a great asset to the locker room and on the field. So why would you let him walk away so easily? As far as the DB situation goes, it's kind of iffy, because I'm not really going to go after Ladarius Sneed like that, only because you drafted Cam Smith. And if you drafted Smith, then why the hell are you pursuing, or why are you publicly saying you're going to pursue Ladarius Sneed? What was the purpose of getting Cam Smith? I understand you need depth, that's one thing, but to publicly say, hey, we got our eyes locked on to Ladarius Sneed, you're kind of like slapping that rookie in the, or that now he'll be a sophomore his second year, but you're slapping him in the face to say, well, we do not believe that you can actually be featured alongside Jalen Ramsey for our new defense. And I'm like, well, if you give him an opportunity, you can see what he has to bring to the table. But if not, you're wasting his time and his youth. So why do that to him? Why not give him an opportunity to play this season? He'll have training camp, OTAs. He'll have OTAs, training camp, and preseason and regular season to show what he can do. Now he's gonna have his good and bad days, as every player does. So there's no point in just writing him off because he was a rookie last year and Vic Fangio didn't like him, which is why he never played him. But it wasn't personal. He probably just didn't like the style that he played with. So, but I think that Cam Smith should get a chance. I feel like he's a more than capable playmaker as a DB. I think Miami should focus their attention on linebacker and D tackle. Go get us some more valuable players that will help us versus trying to get a stud at corner to pair up alongside Jalen Ramsey, because anything can happen. Let's just say we get Ladarius Sneed. Let's say, God forbid, in training camp, he gets injured or seriously hurt, and then he's gone for the rest of the season. Now we just wait to the slot on a primetime corner that we're not gonna be able to utilize for the upcoming season. So I wouldn't be so sold on going to get him. But again, I would fill other slots and create more depth in other areas, so that way, as the season goes along and I do have, mishaps or injuries or whatever, I can plug in those places to keep things going. Because right now we're in a, we're still in the win now mode, but I think that now that we went through those growing pains last season, people are expecting a much better ending to the upcoming season. Like Tyreek Hill said, they had to go through all that together, and they did. I mean, Jalen Waddle was injured mostly all last year. Hill toward the end of the year got banged up due to the wear and tear. Tua was the only one that stayed healthy, but he was nicked and scratched up throughout the entire season, and including playoffs. And that now they learn what it feels like to lose close games, how they should have closed out most of those games that they had ended up losing. So now they're giving answers to the hard tests that they had taken throughout the season, and I think they all have learned a valuable lesson, including Coach McDaniel. I pray he learned a valuable lesson out of all of them. It seemed like every year last season he was just calling bozo plays for no reason. So if I'm the Dolphins, I would hold off on paying him with Wilkins right now, because the draft is right around the corner. So you don't throw all your chips into one player. Yes, he's a proven vet, and yes, he has been a nice force on the football field. But if you really think about it, you're paying him for the next 5 to 6 years. Will he stay healthy over that time frame? Nobody knows. So you're giving him productivity money for possible longevity production. That's what you're hoping that will happen. There's no guarantees it's gonna happen, because hey, injuries do happen. Other things happen. Yeah, he might want Aaron Donald money. And does he fully deserve it? Yes and no. Yes, because he has put up numbers. No, because his impact is not like that of Aaron Donald. So it's hard to say, yeah, pay him that money, and then on the back end, you're suffering because you can't get what you need in terms of your debt accomplished and other stuff. And you're signing veteran players that are over the age gap or whatever the case is. Like when we signed Justin Houston last year, who was clearly old, but we were just trying to plug players in. I don't want to be in that situation anymore. So that's a hard thing to sell, especially to a fan base. I mean, don't get me wrong, Justin Houston was okay, but we expected an immediate splash, and that didn't happen. And that's partially because, like I said, he's 34. You're not getting anything out of a 34-year-old. You'll get splash plays here and there. They're like sprinkled in between, and they come in spurts. What you need is consistency at that outside linebacker position, and we didn't get it. Now AVG is a free agent, and we got to come to the table with him as well, which I want to bring him back because he was a dynamic playmaker on defense, and he set the edge very well when Phillips went down. And Phillips is another guy pretty soon we got to come back to the table about, because his contract gonna be up soon, and he gonna want him a nice deal, because he played unbelievable until he tore his Achilles, which I'm praying this year that he stays completely healthy. Maybe this year, our new DC will not put him in those situations where he's in the game late and it's already been decided. So we're gonna see like what the team's gonna look like over the next few months, because from free agency tampering period to the draft, and after that the roster's gonna change. So that's why I said the Wilkins situation is a iffy one, because if you pay him right now and any other possibilities open up, you just basically screwed yourself, because now he has you hostage over a contract, and you don't want that. Granted, yes, he was a dynamic player, but at the end of the day, this is a business, and if you can replace him with something better, I mean, by all means, do it. It won't be as easy said and done, but I think there are better players than him out there. They just got to be given the opportunity to show it. Because he had an on and off switch, and people saw it in games where he turned it off, and he didn't get any. We didn't get anything out of him. So especially that playoff game, we didn't get a damn thing out of him. He did not show up in Kansas City. So, you know, call it what you want, but if you're asking for money, matter of fact, the better part of the second half of last season, he stopped showing up. So the Baltimore game, the Dallas game, what other game was that? We lost like 3 or 4 in a row. But it was like 4 or 5 games he did not show up. But the offense, they fizzled out as well. The only victory they had was the Dallas game. I don't know how I forgot who the hell we played down the stretch. I know we played Baltimore. We lost to them. I legit can't even remember. That's sad too. But I know we ended up losing at home as well. And then we ended up losing on the road in Kansas City. The Bills. Lost the home finale to the Bills. And then we ended up losing in Kansas City. And like I said, he didn't show up for none of those games. So they got a lot of questions. Chris Greer got a lot of things to decide on. That's why his offseason is going to be busy. But if he makes the right moves, then we're in position to immediately continue to fight in the AFC East. Because the only competition in the AFC East right now is the Bills. Yeah, the Jets got Aaron Rodgers, but let's be real. Aaron's not the same Aaron that he was in Green Bay. That's not the same Aaron. So we have to respect the Jets, but I don't, until the Jets get them an actual replacement for Aaron. Aaron's like a temporary plug. Until they get an actual fix for Aaron, I'm not as concerned about the Jets. Now we're gonna see what they look like, you know, this season coming, but I don't see them making a huge splash. Not the AFC East. So it's really all, once again, it's between us and the Bills, and I would love to beat them for the damn division title. I don't know why in the hell we collapsed so bad down the stretch when we had a 3-game lead. And then we allowed the Bills to catch us and then beat us in the home finale. When we had an opportunity to beat them, we had the opportunity. The Titans game, we dropped that ball. Then we dropped the ball at Baltimore. Then we came home and dropped the damn egg at home against the Bills. And that shit hurt. So, with that being said, guys, let me know what you think. Should we pay Wilkins? Is it smart to go after Ladarius Sneed? Or how would you pursue things if you were the GM of the Dolphins? Like I said, me personally, I wouldn't go get Sneed. If they do, would I be upset? Not really, but I'll be questioning the motive because, again, you can get much more just than that one player. Because you can pick and plug on the opposite side of Ramsey. Yes, it's going to kind of suck because teams are going to fight. They're going to attack that side a lot more. But with our, I think our new DC won't play the same coverages that Vic Fangio played. I don't know why that man's name ain't coming to my mind right now, but I don't see him playing the same thing Vic Fangio played, where it was shallow coverage and the DBs couldn't shadow or they couldn't follow the main receiver. Especially them games like the Eagles game and the Bills game, I didn't get why the hell we didn't have X or Ramsey following Stephon Diggs or AJ Brown or whoever it is. You know, so let me know what you guys think though. Peace.